cannot believe it. We finally have information on the new Helios Hotel at Universal Orlando Resorts for Epic Universe. I am your resort girly, so of course, anything resorts going to deep dive into. Let's talk about all the things that I am excited about. For starters, welcome. My name is Melissa in the Magic. I am your resort girly and I thrive off of anything to do with experiences, especially if it includes coffee. What better way to start our weekend than the Universal Orlando announcement for Helios Hotel? Universal sent out an email. There have been some things that have changed, so I'm told. We'll talk about that a little bit later. First and foremost, I am really excited to deep dive into all of the stuff that the resort is going to offer. Number one, it's connected to the new theme park. And what that means is it has a special entrance. Number two, they have a lounge that has a 360-degree view. The resort is described as detailed celestial patterns that embrace the constellations, elegant Mediterranean-inspired feel. Lowe's and Universal have partnered on their hotels many times before. As I mentioned, it does have that exclusive theme park entrance, but it will offer buses to the other parks. There's still no official opening date, and I have a feeling that they will announce that opening date around the same time that they're going to announce Epic Universe opening date. Opening. It just wouldn't make sense to open the resort or the theme park before each other. I have a feeling these dates are going to be one and the same. One of the coolest quotes that I saw was that, I have to read this. This new hotel isn't just near Epic Universe. It's part of it. Let's get into it. What can you expect at Helios? There are 500 rooms. It has a rooftop bar with a 360-degree view. The bar is called Bar Helios. It is a tapas-inspired bar. And there's also Flora Taverna, which has all 3 meals, including a breakfast buffet. Honestly, the one that I'm most excited about is the pool bar, but we'll get to that once we talk about the pool. Their quick service or their fast grab option, Aurora Market. Grab to go option with paninis, sandwiches, pastry, and my personal favorite, gelato. You can use your room key to charge items to the room. Now let's talk about the rooms. Got a few different types of rooms. Your standard deluxe suites. There are a handful of different options, and club level. The pool. I could spend an entire week just at the pool. Bar and food option is called Lotus Lagoon. Describe this pool as a sunlight sanctuary. There is a hot tub, 0 entry, and one of the biggest perks that I have noticed, you can order your food and your drinks to your chair. Now, other Universal resorts that I've been to, which don't quote me on this because I haven't been to them all, but the ones that I have been to offer for you to do this as well. I just think that this is such an elevated experience when you're comparing it to the other places. Today, when I was having a conversation over on the other platforms with a few people, I mentioned a few changes, and the biggest change was that originally it was going to offer that express pass, and it no longer does, which is a huge bummer, but honestly, I'm not surprised. The rumors of how ticketing is going to work, my theory is this. I think that they will bring it back eventually, but here's the deal. They're not going to need to anytime soon. There's just going to be such a high demand. I think that this really does help manage the crowds. As much as it's a bummer, there's also a benefit to it. I visit the preview center, which is like weekly at this point. I always ask a team member a question that I've been thinking about, or even just the feedback from the general public. One day where I was streaming and I was talking to everybody about what our favorite areas were, and I had shared that my plan of action was if I did need to buy a pass for every single day, I was going to have to buy like a week's worth of passes. A team member comes up behind me because they overheard me and they said, yes, we're actually telling people and we're told to tell people to plan for a week for Epic Universe alone, which makes total sense. If you want to experience all of the portals or all of the worlds or lands or whatever you call them, I don't think this is exaggerative at all. I think this is very truthful. Now, one thing that I always tell people when it comes to planning a vacation, especially when it comes to the question of how many days is the best to plan XYZ. First response is however many days fits comfortably within your budget, because that's the truth. Nobody wants to feel stressed out paying for a vacation. It just doesn't feel as magical. Also, when you stay on that lower side, then you leave more room for different experiences or the fun popcorn bucket that you didn't know that was going to be released that now you're there for that you can snag because you were there on release day. That's happened to me so many times, you guys, because here's a fact, I do not read the theme park news at all. The news that I hear is either randomly through email like this, like I would not have known about this unless it was for that email that I got. I did have a few people reach out to me because they know I'm the resort girly. Bottom line is whatever you can afford is going to be the most magical. In reality, you could spend an entire year at all of the theme parks and still not experience everything. I am telling you that nothing ever goes fully to plan. Somebody gave me the best advice. They said, date your plans, don't marry them. And touche. And I would even go a step further. It's a super unpopular opinion. I have been in the theme parks consistently for the past 2 years. I'm there almost every single day. And I have never seen a family that has a whole day full of activities and a list. I have never seen them A, achieve it all, and B, happy about it. They're stressed, they're running from A to B. If they don't get to do something that they wanted, they're upset about it. You wasted all that time planning instead of just experiencing. So, my biggest takeaway is 3 things in one day. You're leaving room for the magic to happen. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I almost let something really piss me off because I wasn't able to do it off my checklist and something even more magical happened. I kept my head up out of my phone. That's the biggest one. The less time that you're stuck with your face in your phone, the more time you're going to be able to see all of the magic happening around you. When it comes to how many days that you need at the theme parks, I really will say it depends on your family, if you have kids or not, what their ages are. The list goes on. Work with a travel advisor on that for sure. But when it comes to Epic Universe in specific, they are recommending 7 days. You will have 2 other hotel options, the Stella Luna and the Terra Nova. Those, from the last time I checked, are around $200 per night. And only assume that Helios is going to be quite a bit more. We're just going to have to wait and see. I definitely am praying that I can go there opening night. I think it would be so cool to experience. It's been a long time since they've opened resorts, theme parks. Like Universal is just kicking ass and I'm here for it and I'm so excited. I hope that you guys are too because I think that Universal is doing some really, really great things. If you guys have any questions, anything you're excited about, drop it in the comments. Make sure to follow along if you like all things theme parks. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.